Greetings of the day. In today's video of business finance, we will see the further question related to the calculation of working capital requirement for a company. The question says that Suraj Limited at present has following cost structure. It has raw material of rupees 100 each, wages 40 each, overheads including rupees 10 depreciation, rupees 80 each. Company has been provided us with the other information. For example, raw material is in stock for 2 months, works in progress for 1 month at 50% completion stage, credit allowed by supplier is of what we can say 1 month, whereas by debtors to debtors it is been allowed for 2 months. Lag in payment of wages is for half a month, whereas for overheads it is 1 month. Similarly, it has also been provided something new information to us is that out of the total sale, 20% of sale is in cash. That is again a question for us. Second thing, the company has also decided to maintain 50,000 as its cash balance. Similarly, finished goods are in stock for what we can say 2 months. Present level of activity of the company is at 72,000 number of units produced in an year. So, for the purpose of calculation of working capital requirement, we first have to go to the statement of cost for 72,000 units. For the purpose of calculation of statement of cost, we have to take three things. That is, first one is raw materials, 72,000 units multiplied by per unit cost of raw material was rupees 100, that is 72 lakh, plus wages again 72,000 units into per unit rupees 40, that is 28 lakh 80,000, 28 lakh 80,000. Third thing is the overheads. Total overheads rupees amounted to rupees 80 per unit, minus there is an depreciation of rupees 10 per unit, 10 per unit. Hence we would deduct it and we would get our actual overhead, as depreciation should not be considered at any point of time part of an overhead expenses or the production expenses. Hence we get overhead amount 70, therefore 72,000 into rupees 70 is our per unit cost, would be equals to rupees 50 lakh 40,000, 50 lakh 40,000. Now we can make total of it. It is 1 crore 51 lakh 20,000. 1 crore 51 lakh 20,000. Now the question again has one component which was new for us. It says that out of total sale, 20% of sale is in cash. So we have to consider that thing, that 20% sale should be considered here. So we have to deduct that sales. This is total cost of sales. Total cost of sales, that is 1,51,000. 1 crore 51,000, 51 lakh 20,000 minus cash sales at the rate 20%. 20% of what? 1 crore 51 lakh 20,000. That would be amounted to rupees 30 lakh 24,000. 30 lakh 24,000. We have to take that thing as an cash sale with us. 30 lakh 24,000. We have to deduct it from this so that we can get our cost of credit sales. Cost of credit sales. So it would be amounted to rupees 1 crore 20 lakh 96,000. 1 crore 20 lakh 96,000. That is the cost of credit sales which we have to take into consideration for the purpose of the calculation. Now, as we have all the information related to the calculation of working capital requirement, we can now move towards the calculation of working capital requirement. We have earlier discussed the formula related to the calculation of working capital requirement, that is current assets minus current liabilities. Hence, we would in here take the aspects of current assets. First of all, we will start with the stock of raw material, as we have started in the earlier questions also. Stock of raw materials. So for that purpose, we have our amount of 72 lakh. Again, information related to the stock of working capital requirement is given in the question, that is for 2 months, 2 by 12. 72 lakh into 2 divided by 12 would be equals to 12 lakh. 12 lakh. Secondly, it would be stock of works in progress. Stock of works in progress. What it has said, that all the components of production are at 50% completion stage, and for the purpose of calculation of works in progress, we have to take total cost of sales, which includes cash as well as credit sales, that is 1,51,20,000 into the credit, the production process. The works in progress is for 1 month, that is 1 divided by 12 into 50% is the completion stage. That is why we have taken 50%. We get our amount as 6,30,000. 6,30,000. Third thing would be stock of finished goods. Stock of finished goods. Again, we have to take the amount of 1,51,20,000 multiplied by 1,51,20,000 multiplied by 2 months of the period is for the stock lying in the godown for finished goods. So into 2 divided by 12 into 2 divided by 12, it would be 25,20,000. 25,20,000. Then would be debtors. For the purpose of the calculation of the debtors, we have to take the amount which is for the credit sales of the company. We have to take that amount, and in the question we have seen that the credit sales was amounted to rupees, what we can say, 1,20,96,000. 1,20,00,000. So 96,000. We have to take that amount in for the purpose of consideration. So we would write it like that: 1,20,96,000. The credit period allowed to our customer was of 2 months into 2 divided by 12 into 2 divided by 12. The amount would be 20 lakh. 16,000. 16,000. Last one would be the amount of cash. It has shown of rupees 50,000. 50,000. Now we can make total of our all current assets. So it would amount to rupees 64 lakh 16,000. 64 lakh 16,000. We can transfer it in the second column. We can transfer it in the second column. Now we can start with our current liabilities. Now we have to take the current liabilities of ours for the purpose of the calculation of the working capital requirement. The very first current liability would be of creditors. Creditors are the person from whom we have availed the facility of raw material or who has supplied us the raw material. With respect to creditors, we have to take the amount of raw material, that would be 72 lakh into the credit period allowed by our supplier was of what we can say 1 month, into 1 divided by 12 into 1 divided by 12, the amount would be 6 lakh. Second would be payment of wages. With respect to payment of wages, the lapse period was of half month, so we have to take the amount of wages, that is 28 lakh 80,000 into 0.5 divided by 12 into 0.5 divided by 12, the amount would be 1,20,000. Third thing would be related to the overheads. The amount of overheads is 50,40,000, as we can see in our working note, and the credit period for the overhead is 1 month, so the amount would be 4,20,000. 4,20,000. Now we can make total of our current liabilities, as these are the three things which should be considered for the purpose of the calculation. The amount is 11,40,000 is our what we can say current liabilities. Now we have to calculate our working capital, that is A minus B, current assets minus current liabilities. We need to transfer it into the second column, 11,40,000. Therefore 64,16,000 minus 11,40,000 would be 52,76,000. 52,76,000. This is the calculation of working capital requirement for Suraj Limited. As there is no contingencies given in the question, this can be summed up as net working capital for the company. In the next lecture, we will see something new part related to the working capital management. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you.